So I just finished watching Nutty Rock Chick's video, her WWE versus TNA pay-per-view Dream Card, and I must say it's pretty impressive, especially her main event with Angle versus AJ versus Daniels versus Jericho versus Orton versus Edge in a six-man King of the Mountain match. I really like that. I think that can be good. Her Ultimate X is kind of overbooked. It has way too many people in it, but it would be a nice little spot fest if you can do it right, especially if you give it time. Which she did in 30 minutes. Sting versus Taker. A lot of people like to put that up there. I don't really see it being anything special besides the fact that they're two icons. But I want to do my card. So my card, I would open up with a six-man tag: Kane, Matt Hardy, and Rey Mysterio versus Hernandez, Jay Lethal, and Mr. Anderson. I know it seems random, and they're two random teams, but I didn't know what to do with these guys, so I just stuck them on here in this opening match, and I think it'd be good. I don't see it being bad, but it's just a way to get these guys on the card and just let them do their thing. That's all it is. My second match would be an intergender tag team match with Desmond, Wolfe, and Tara, aka Victoria, versus Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson, and Beth Phoenix. I think this is going to be very entertaining. For those who follow, for those who are in the Ring of Honor, you know what Desmond Wolfe and Daniel Bryan can do. So that would be good. And I've always wanted to see Tara and Beth Phoenix. I think they've actually had a couple of matches on SmackDown, but when Tara was back in the WWE, maybe not. I'm not really sure. But I think they can really go at it and they can do something good. And I'd give that like 16 to 18 minutes, around there. And I'd give the opener 12 minutes, by the way. Then we'd have a six-man Ultimate X match with Amazing Red versus Homicide versus Kaz versus Shelton Benjamin versus John Morrison versus Evan Bourne, and just make this what it's supposed to be. A nice spot fest. Give it 20 minutes. Do a couple of different things in there. Just let them go out there and do their thing, pretty much. I think it could be really good. I think it could be really entertaining. And yeah. Now this is the one if this pay-per-view would have come to fruition somehow and just whatever, this is probably the match I would look most forward to. It's a tag team match, and it's posing Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns, versus D.H. Smith, David Hart Smith, and Tyson Kidd, the Hart Dynasty, because I think that they would just go out there and they would put on a fucking show, man. I think they can really do something very good. I'd give them 15 minutes because I would give them more time, but I just kind of want them go in. I'd want them just go out there and just put it all on the line from the beginning to the end. Just make it into a really fast-paced, just great match. Which they can do. I know if you put those two teams together, they have the potential to do something really, really good. And I don't think a lot of people believe in David Hart Smith and Tyson Kidd, but I think they have it in them to, put on a great match. And then I'm going to get to my three main events. My first main event, which is the only one-on-one match on this card, actually. There's a lot of fucking people on both rosters. My first main event would be Kurt Angle versus CM Punk. I'd give them 30 minutes to just go out there and I think they could really put on a really fantastic match. CM Punk is in his prime right now. He's doing so many amazing things, both in the ring and on the mic, and I think this match can really shine and just be awesome. Yeah. And this is my second main event, which, again, if this pay-per-view would have happened for some reason, this would probably end up being the best match on the card. My second main event is actually AJ Styles' tag team match. AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels versus an old school team which we haven't seen in the WWE for quite some time. AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels versus Edge and Christian, and I think that could be pretty awesome and really like nostalgic. I think AJ and those two teams can just bring out the best in each other as tag teams and just make it really, really fun. I think it'd be ultimately just fantastic. I'd give them like 25 minutes, enough time to tell a story and just hit just hit all the signature spots at the end and just make it something really good. And then my main event would be an elimination 10-man tag with the WWE team being John Cena, Chris Jericho, Undertaker, Randy Orton, and Triple H versus Samoa Joe, Jeff Jarrett, Rob Van Dam, Sting, and the Pope, D'Angelo Dinero. And I'd give this like 45 to 50 minutes to end the show. I think it'd be really good. So many matchups here that just look awesome. Joe and Cena is a good matchup. RVD and Jericho, they've had great matches in the past. Sting and The Undertaker, which is just kind of like iconic. I'd have those two start out the match and just stare at each other for like the first 3 minutes or something like that. And putting the Pope in there. Right now he's in his prime against, all his former WWE and, colleagues, and show them what he can do in the ring. And that's my card, because this is going pretty long. So, tell me what you think, and peace.